How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Fringy123 here, and as we all know, next-gen consoles are a hot topic right now, and pretty much since E3, before Microsoft made their decision to remove the DRM, Sony was kicking Microsoft's ass in terms of pre-orders. But then when they changed to DRM, then things changed. But there are some facts that we already know about the pre-order numbers, and that's it. On Amazon, this is only on Amazon, so we're excluding Walmart and things like that. But on Amazon, they peaked with about 2,500 next-gen console pre-orders per minute, which means that it's up 4,000% since last year, which kind of makes sense. But I mean, you got to admit this is a good thing, regardless of. And I keep seeing this on the internet, people bitching, saying that Microsoft changed the DRM policies to make money, which is like, yeah, no shit, they're a corporation, and they only care about your wallet. And don't bullshit me and then say Sony doesn't do that either, because really, no corporation gives a fuck about you, and they just want your money. And no matter what Sony or Microsoft say about we support gamers, no, they don't. They support their wallets, and games come out which we buy, and that's how we think that we're pretty much being supported by these companies, but we're not. But there's been a lot of confusion lately, because since Microsoft made the decision to change the DRM policies, now people are saying that the Xbox One is beating the PlayStation 4 in pre-order numbers. But I think people need to actually take a look at just the circumstances and even just use logic. Essentially, when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were put on Amazon for pre-order, at that point, before the reversal of the DRM, Sony was kicking their ass. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people were pre-ordering. And by this point, a lot of people had already made up their minds and had pre-ordered the PlayStation 4. By the time the DRM got taken off the Xbox One, nobody had pre-ordered the Xbox One, not as many. And since most people had already pre-ordered the PlayStation 4, now we're left with people just buying the Xbox One because now it's somewhat feasible to buy it. That's it. Too many people bought their PlayStation 4 at first, so it was kicking Xbox One's ass. And then their Xbox One caught up later on when the PlayStation 4 wasn't selling as much because most people had already bought them. And regardless of how you think it is, the fact is that the PlayStation 4 right now on every single Amazon website is number one for console hardware. And even in Amazon Canada, the Ouya is beating the Xbox One. Alright, so that's the fact. It makes me angry when people just like straight up lie. I mean, even think about the circumstances. Without the DRM, there's lots of stuff that's holding back the Xbox One from adoption, and I've talked to numerous people. The main reason is it's $100 more for Kinect, which no one cares about, and you get the Kinect, and the Kinect, you can't turn it off, and I don't care what Microsoft says, it's creepy. With all this NSA stuff happening right now, people are scared that they're going to spy on them, and we know that Microsoft was working with the NSA. So why would people want to adopt the console? And then there's a simple fact that I don't care what anybody says, but the PlayStation 4 is the superior console in terms of hardware. 8GB of GDDR5 as opposed to GDDR3. And I don't care if Microsoft says they're putting 32MB of SRAM on it, on the graphics card, but that would just mean it's harder to program for, so it's probably going to backfire on them anyway. It'll be like with the PlayStation 3, where it's harder to code for, so the quality is overall not as good. So Microsoft has a lot of things working against them. Even though I'm happy that they took the DRM out, they've still got things working for them. And before I finish, I don't understand the fanboyism on both sides. I don't care how you lean on what company you support, even though I don't know why you'd support any company, period, because I don't care about you personally. I'm pretty sure that Don Matrick, who's not even the president of Xbox anymore, he doesn't care about you, but neither does Jack Trenton. I mean, but regardless of that, you have to admit that this is a good thing for the industry. If a console fails, then if the Xbox failed this console generation, which it might have, had they not removed the DRM, then it would just be Sony and Nintendo. And they're not really competing against each other because they're just different things, period. Nintendo has always been separate. You'd have one company, which would be Sony, and they'd pull all the strings, and that would be terrible. No competition is not good. Anyway, guys, I'm Fringy123, and thanks for watching.